Have you ever stayed silent, even when you knew the answer, just because you were afraid of your English? This is not just a story about learning a language. This is a story about shame, the kind that makes your heart beat fast, your mouth stay closed, and your dreams feel smaller every day. Today, you will meet a man who almost quit learning English forever, not because he was lazy, not because he was stupid, but because he was ashamed. If you are learning English right now, this story might feel uncomfortably familiar. So stay with me until the end. And if stories like this help you learn English with confidence, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and listen carefully because every word matters. Chapter 1. The Quiet Man in the Back. Luca Rossi was 32 years old. He lived in a small town near Florence, Italy. From the outside, Luca looked confident. He dressed well, he walked fast, he always smiled politely. But inside, Luca carried a heavy secret. He was ashamed of his English. At work, Luca was a logistics coordinator in a growing company. The company had international clients, Germany, France, the UK. Emails were in English, meetings were sometimes in English, and every time English appeared, Luca felt the same cold fear in his stomach. He understood more than people thought. He could read emails slowly, he could understand meetings if he focused, but speaking? Speaking English made his face burn. Chapter 2. The First Wound. Luca's shame did not start at work. It started years earlier at university. One day, during an English class, the professor asked Luca to read a paragraph aloud. Luca stood up. His hands were shaking. His voice cracked. He mispronounced a simple word, then another, then he stopped. Someone laughed. It was not loud, but it was enough. The professor corrected him quickly and moved on, but the damage was done. From that day, Luca learned something dangerous. Silence is safer than speaking. Chapter 3. Avoidance becomes a habit. Years passed. Luca graduated, he got a job, life moved forward, but his English stayed frozen in fear. At work, when a foreign client visited, Luca suddenly had important paperwork. When his manager asked, "Luca, can you explain this in English?" he replied, "Maybe Marco is better." Marco was not better. Marco was just not afraid. At home, Luca promised himself, "I will study tomorrow." Tomorrow never came. He watched English videos, but with subtitles in Italian. He downloaded apps, but stopped after 3 days. Every time he thought of speaking, his mind whispered, "You are too old. Your accent is bad. People will judge you." Chapter 4. The Breaking Moment. Everything changed on a Thursday afternoon. Luca's company had an important online meeting with a British partner named James Walker. Marco was sick. The manager looked at Luca. "Luca, you will join the call." Luca nodded, but his heart was screaming. The meeting started. James spoke clearly, slowly. Then he asked Luca a direct question. Luca knew the answer. He knew it perfectly in Italian. But in English? His mouth opened. No sound came out. 5 seconds passed. 10 seconds. The silence felt loud. Finally, Luca said, I am sorry. My English not good." James smiled kindly and replied, "No problem. Take your time." But Luca did not feel kindness. He felt humiliation. After the meeting, Luca went to the bathroom, looked at himself in the mirror, and whispered, "I can't live." Chapter 5. A Small, Brave Decision. That evening, Luca met his older sister, Julia, for coffee. Julia had moved to Canada years ago. Her English was not perfect, but she spoke freely. Luca finally told her everything. The fear, the shame, the silence. Julia listened quietly. Then she said something simple. "Luca, you are ashamed because you think English is a test. It is not. It is a tool." She continued, "You are waiting to be perfect before you speak, but speaking is how you become better." That night, Luca made a small decision. Not a big one, not "I will be fluent." Just this: I will speak, even if it is ugly. Chapter 6. The Ugly English Phase. Luca started differently this time. No grammar books, no long plans. He talked to himself in English while driving to work. "Today I have a meeting. I am tired. I like this music." He joined a small online speaking group. His first sentence was, "Hello, I am Luca. I am nervous." Everyone smiled. Nobody laughed. He made mistakes every minute. Wrong tense, wrong word order, strong Italian accent. But something strange happened. The shame slowly lost its power. Every mistake that did not kill him made him a little braver. Chapter 7. A Different Kind of Confidence. 3 months later, another international meeting arrived. This time, Luca prepared one page of simple notes, short sentences, clear ideas. When it was his turn to speak, his voice was not perfect, but it was present. He explained the situation. He answered questions. James nodded and said, "Thank you, Luca. That was clear." Clear. Not perfect, not fluent. Clear. Luca felt something new. Pride. Chapter 8. The Real Lesson. Luca did not become fluent overnight. He still made mistakes. He still felt nervous sometimes. But the shame was gone. He learned the real truth. English was never the enemy. His fear was. And fear grows in silence, but it shrinks when spoken aloud. If you are watching this right now and you are ashamed of your English, let me tell you something important. You are not weak, you are not stupid, and you are definitely not alone. Every confident English speaker was once a beginner who felt embarrassed. The difference is simple. They spoke anyway. So here's your challenge today. Say one sentence in English, out loud, even if it is wrong. Because progress does not come from perfection, it comes from courage. If this story helped you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who is afraid to speak English. Your voice matters, your English matters, and your journey is just